Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Chris Massimo back again with another Apex Legends gameplay. Hope you guys are doing well today, and man, oh man, it is time. We have Season 7 that is finally available to us, guys, and oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. Honestly, I've had so much fun lately. I have been able to go ahead and play a few games lately, and of course, as a matter of fact, the time that I have been able to go ahead and play, just nothing but crazy. You know what? All the gunfights have been different. Of course, there's a lot of new weapons, and all the loot is just amazing in different places of the map. Of course, I'm not as experienced, and nor do I expect a lot of other people to be, super experienced, except for the pro players and, the major streamers or grinders, I would say. But for the most part, guys, I'm super excited about it. So I do want to go ahead and address the new things that I've actually been able to go ahead and come into the game, such as patch notes, as well as my thoughts overall when it comes to everything that we have actually been able to go ahead and get added into the game. So with that being said, guys, we have a lot to go ahead and cover, and for the most part, I will see you guys in the next 10 seconds. Alrighty guys, welcome back. So as far as you guys know, the season has only been live for technically about 2 days by the time that you guys actually see the recording of this video, but honestly, it's just been amazing. I'm so excited for the R99 to actually be back within the game, and this map is just huge. I feel like with this particular meta, or at least just everything that's going to be currently happening, an R99 is going to be great, or at least one close quarters combat gun, but for the most part, you're going to want to have something a little bit more long range, obviously, such as like a Hemlock, R301, or even a sniper. Just depends on what your preference is. But something that I do love, just the fact that there are so many buildings, there's so many opportunities to have like different kinds of fights and everything that's currently going on, and then just with the fact that the map is so large that you actually can't hear a lot of the gunfights. And although that may be a little discerning, and of course maybe some people might not like it as much, I just feel like it gives that ability to not get third party as quick as you normally would, especially in particular maps such as Kings Canyon. And I know that we have this rotational map at least just for the next 2 weeks, and then eventually we'll be getting World's Edge. And I know that some people are a little concerned with just the fact that that rotation is going to be a little long, because 2 weeks is a long time. But for the most part, this map is so huge. I feel like every zone, everything that you actually are able to go ahead and experience is going to take a little while to go ahead and get used to everything. So I feel like it's a good distant amount of time, of course, just to go ahead and get the adjusted to everything going on. But for the most part, like I said, I'm really excited about it. And of course, our patch notes are a little long today, just from what I had done last previous update. I don't want to go too in depth about it, because I don't want to go ahead and bore you with all of the details and everything else going on. So I'll be sure to go ahead and include that in today's video, just within the description, for you guys to go ahead and click and read for yourself. But for the most part, I'm going to go over a few things that I feel as if you guys should go ahead and know about. Alrighty, so I'm not going to get into detail into the stuff that you guys already may know, so I actually want to go ahead and give you guys an update as to like some of the legends and some of the weapons and everything else that's currently going on. So first things first, we have a few buffs that were actually given to a few characters, obviously, such as Bangalore and Caustic. The thing that I actually really love is just the fact that Bangalore has her ultimate that's actually been reduced from 8 seconds to 6 seconds, although it may not be a dramatic buff. Of course, it just helps out. And I feel like Bangalore already is just one of those more balanced characters. If you really know how to use her, she can be very great, especially towards your actual team. I mean, you can see examples from it when you actually watch Shiv's FPS a lot. For the most part, he just makes Bangalore look so much fun, and she is. She's very detrimental to a team if you know how to use her just right. And then, of course, for Caustic, Caustic's actually a really good player, but for the most part, he's been needing some type of like little kink, I would say. And for this part, when you actually throw your gas, people aren't as blurred when it comes to actually being in the gas. Of course, the way that they're able to go ahead and balance that out was to go ahead and raise the damage up for a few more ticks. So of course you are going to go ahead and notice that. And of course, pairing up Caustic with the new legend Horizon is just going to make things so much more fun. And speaking of Horizon, obviously I am using her right over here, and funny story is just the fact that this was my first game on, and this was my first game on as soon as the update went live, and I was able to go ahead and use Horizon, and we actually ended up getting the dub. And honestly, in my opinion, she is super fun. She adds so much diversity when it comes to gameplay. gameplay. Of course, she can be very mobile, and of course, if you're able to go ahead and just use her ultimate or her tactical a little bit more, you can actually add a little bit more levels and layers to the actual gameplay. So over here, obviously, I was just getting a little adjusted or getting acclimated to her kit, I would say, but I was able to go ahead and make some pretty good plays with her. And what I really want to do is actually be able to go ahead and just master her or just use her a little bit more often. I feel as if that she can be a really great legend when it comes to being in the defensive end, or maybe just pushing a little bit more offensive and aggressive as well. You know, like I said, she just has so much more potential. There's a lot of people that are still trying to figure out how to use her and what's the best way, but like I said, I'm really excited to go ahead and just use this particular legend. And I know that a lot of the new pro players, of course, are actually really excited to go ahead and use her as well. So for the most part, like I said, you know, we just have to go and wait and see exactly how she plays out, what are the perfect teams and combinations to go ahead and utilize her with. But at this particular moment in the gameplay, I do want to go ahead and address it. It was nuts. You know what? I was trying to go ahead and 1v1 this particular person and obviously just win this gunfight, but I didn't realize that my other team behind me was actually in the middle of another fight themselves. And the next you know, they were getting fourth partied, so it's just been nothing but hecticness. But that's just the way that Apex is. You know, this was actually a really quick game. Of course, you know, I was really excited to go ahead and get this out to you guys because I was super pumped. It was my first game, and I was just like, oh my gosh, there's no way. But you're going to see how crazy good that Horizon is in just a bit, especially with her ultimate. Unfortunately, I was unable to go ahead and get my ultimate down, and my teammate ended up getting sucked up over here. But for the most part, you know, I was actually solo queuing over here, so I really couldn't actually have good communication with my teammates because a few of them didn't actually have microphones or weren't actually speaking. But you know what? We were able to go ahead and clutch up. We were actually able to go ahead and make some really good plays over here, so I do want to go ahead and just address that. So I do know that this video is actually going to be a little short. I know that, like I had mentioned previously as well, that I am going to include the patch notes, but in my next video, I promise I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into detail as to everything else that is currently changing within the game. So hold me to it, please. And of course, I do want to go ahead and just address with just the fact that although that this video is a little short, I just wanted to go ahead and get some quick gameplay out to you guys and just go over a few details. But other than that, guys, if you guys have made it this long into the video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of you guys that actually choose to go ahead and support me. I know that we have the ability to go ahead and create a club now. I'm thinking about either creating my own club or just seeing if I can link up with some buddies, but for the most part, if you guys ever do want to go ahead and just play a few games lately, especially on this particular map, then by all means feel free to send me an invite, add me. You guys see my gamer tag all the time. So other than that, guys, I just want to say thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video, and once again for all the support. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys can go ahead and either consider liking and subscribing, I would greatly appreciate that as well. So other than that, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. You guys stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.